والسلام عليك يا حبيب الله.
الصلاة والسلام عليك يا حبيب الله.
الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله.
الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله.
وعلى آلك
وعلى آلك
وأصحابك
وأصحابك
يا نور الله
يا نور الله.
صلى الله تعالى عليك وسلم. Lying is such a sin that not only Islam but all the religions of the world consider lying to be a grave sin. We should always refrain from lying, but it is especially critical to stay away from lying in the month of Ramadan when we are fasting. Because if we lie whilst we are fasting, then we have defeated the purpose of fasting. The Prophet ﷺ has said, if a person does not refrain from lying, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has no need for him to give up his food and drink. Nowadays, there are certain officers, teachers, parents, children and friends who have a habit of swearing at their friends, students, children, parents and partners for no apparent reason. Remember, the blessed month of Ramadan also comes to purify us from those things which distress other Muslims, even in the slightest. Every attempt should be made to refrain from using such words in the month of Ramadan whilst fasting. And inshallah, with the blessings of this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will instill a permanent desire to refrain from uttering such words. During the time of Prophet ﷺ, two ladies were fasting but became so thirsty that they feared for their lives. Finally, they asked the Prophet ﷺ for permission to break the fast. The Prophet ﷺ sent a bowl to them and told them to vomit everything that they had eaten into the bowl. They did as they were told, and their vomit contained running blood and clots of blood also. The people are astonished at seeing this. So the Prophet ﷺ said, these two women ate sahari with those things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had made lawful. But then they broke their spiritual fast, with something that has been made unlawful by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In other words, they remained busy in backbiting. You know, when we backbite, it is as if we're eating the flesh of other people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا يَغْضَبْ بَعْضُكُمْ بَعْضًا, and do not backbite one another. أَيُحِبُّ أَحَدُكُمْ مَنْ يَأْكُلَ لَحْمَ أَخِيهِ مَيْتًا فَكَرِهْتُمُوهُ. Would any of you like to eat the flesh of his dead brother? No, he would dislike it. Therefore, we should always, and especially in the month of Ramadan, abstain and try to attempt to refrain from backbiting or speaking ill of others. Okay, we'll stop here. Okay. Sayyidina Salman bin Amir radiallahu ta'ala narrates, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, if any one of you is fasting, let him open his fast with dates or dry dates. In case he does not have them, then with water. Verily water is a purifier. Now the scientists, Dr. Mahmoud Tariq, writes in his book, Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Modern Science. He says that due to the fact that after fasting for the whole day, strength is reduced, iftar should be done with something that is quick in acting and strengthening the body. So he's done a chemical analysis of dates. He says, now here I don't know what proteins, there are two proteins. 2 milligrams or whatever it is. Wallahu a'lam. Carbohydrates 24, calories 2, sodium 4.7, potassium 754, calcium 67.9, magnesium 58.9, copper 0.21, iron 1.61, sulfur 51.6, chlorine 290. Also, the dates provide nourishment for the body and it controls your blood pressure. Fasting during the summer months leads to extreme thirst, and if a person drinks cold water first when opening fast, then there's a great risk of stomach gas and liver inflammation. However, if the fasting person eats dates first before drinking water, then he can remain safe from many illnesses. Subhanallah. The Prophet ﷺ has mentioned the person who arranges for a fasting person to open their fast, i.e. provides food, drink, anything they can, or ties up the armor for an Islamic soldier, also receive the same reward as those who perform that worship. In Bukhari, the Prophet ﷺ said, I swear by him in whose control is my life, the smell from the mouth of one who is fasting is more beloved to Allah than musk. Subhanallah. Okay. Inshallah, as we mentioned on Saturday, was it? Friday. I was away yesterday. That today, inshallah, we're going to cover a very important topic, and that is the makruhat. Now, what is a meaning of makruh? Makruh is derived from the word karaha. Okay. So makruh means anything that is disliked. Now, there are two types of makruh. Makruh tahrimi, the major disliked act, and makruh tanzihi, a minor makruh act. So you need to remember these two things. Now, if you do an act which is makruh tahrimi, then to repeat the prayer becomes wajib. You have to repeat the prayer. And makruh tanzihi, though the salah will be accepted, but there will be a reduction in your reward. Your namaz will be fine. Your fard and your wajib has been acted upon, so your namaz has been fulfilled. However, because this makruh tanzihi is slight karaha, therefore the hukam is that you should try. It's better to repeat the prayer, though it is not wajib. So some examples of makruh tahrimi: to play with the clothes, body or beard is makruh tahrimi. Okay, you start fidgeting with your zip, for example, or button, with your beard, whatever, then this is makruh tahrimi. To fold your clothing, so whether your sleeves or your trouser sleeves, both are makruh tahrimi. You're not allowed to fold any item of clothing in salah unless they're naturally made like that. For example, your shirt. Some shirts, they have that collar that naturally is folding, so that's fine. Same with some of the trousers, they're naturally they have the fold, and that's different. But if you start before namaz, you start folding your trousers up to your knees, okay, then that's makruh tahrimi. However, to keep your trousers above your ankles is sunnah. Okay, so try and keep your trousers above your ankles, not only in salah but also salah. However, don't fold your trousers from below. Okay, to go against sunnah is makruh tanzihi, but to do makruh tahrimi, you'll have to repeat the prayer. When there are two wrongs, take the lesser one. So so leave them, let your ankles be covered, but don't fold your trousers. Question?
During the first bullet point, regarding alright. So let's say this button opens up and my collarbone it shows.
Then that's not playing. Then you have to cover.
Alright, so
this is that with no reason start fidgeting with things.
What about folding it inwards? Because people say that you're not allowed to fold it
No,
outwards.
folding is the same thing. Inwards, out. Now, do you know why? Let me explain to you why it's forbidden in namaz or generally. Do you know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed rights for everything? Every single thing. Do you know the topi has been made to be worn where? On your head. If someone was to put the topi on the feet, will that be right or wrong? Wrong, because you have violated the right of a topi. Yes? Same, for example, do you know the scholars, when you go up the stairs, some people in a hurry, they miss a step. You take 2 steps at a time. Okay, again, you are violating the right of a step, because every step in a ladder or, for example, a staircase has a right to be stepped on. Yes, some people, for example, when they take off their socks, how do you take the socks off? With a hand, throw it on the floor. Okay, no, the sock has a right. You should fold it properly and place it properly on the floor. You get soap, habu. Okay, when you use a soap, okay, wash it and put it properly. It has a right. To extend miswak we have. What's the way? How do you put siwak? Upright. Or toothbrush, it should be upright, not lying on the floor or horizontal. It should be vertical, like that. Because this is the right of siwak. Same, our clothing, every piece of clothing should be worn the way it has been made. So if you were to fold your sleeves like this, okay, you're violating, the right of this piece of clothing. So in other words, you are breaking the law, i.e., you're violating someone's rights whilst you're praying namaz. And that is why you should undo it and wear it properly. This is the reason. You understand? Because everything has a right. Okay, if you do not put your arms through the sleeves and just let them hang, then this is makruh. Okay? So can I borrow your jacket, for example? Can you take your jacket off? Okay, son, come here. Stand up. Okay, if you were to wear a jacket, no, don't wear it. Just let it hang, like that. Okay, then this is makruh tahrimi. Okay, you have to make sure the hands go through the sleeve, because it's now. I'm gonna talk about this later on. It's like a shawl, chadar. That's one. Okay. To put a shawl, a chadar on the shoulder whereby one end is hanging in front and the other hand is hanging at the back is makruh tahrimi. Okay, and number 2, to wear a shawl or blanket whereby both ends are hanging down from each shoulder is not allowed and is also makruh tahrimi. So you see people, especially in Eid, okay, they wear mashallah nice clothes, but they bring a shawl, a chadar, and they hang it over their shoulders. This is makruh tahrimi, if both ends are hanging over the shoulders. However, if one end is hanging from one shoulder and the other is wrapped around the body, around the neck, then it's not makruh, that's fine. Again, you have to wrap it around your neck. Okay? So to wear a shawl like this, where both ends are hanging, is makruh tahrimi. Okay? So you have to wrap it around your neck. Otherwise it becomes makruh tahrimi.
What's about the strings of jacket?
No, you can't do anything, that's natural. It comes out from, yeah. Okay, as I mentioned before, to fold a piece of clothing, sleeves or trousers upwards or inwards is makruh tahrimi. Whether it was done before praying salah or whilst in salah. So, to do that also in before namaz is makruh tahrimi. So after you perform wudu, okay, you should wear these sleeves properly. To interlock the fingers is makruh tahrimi in namaz. Okay? Like if you were to do this, do that. Can you do it? And then say Bismillah and then release. Okay, do that. And then release. Okay. So to interlock the fingers like this is makruh tahrimi.
How do you do it?
To put your hands on your hips is makruh tahrimi. Ronaldo. And you should not do this outside. And you should not do this outside salah. Okay, do you know when you're playing football or sports, whatever, you should not put your hands on your hips. Okay, you know people that are out of breath. You do that. Like you should not do this. It's better just lay your hands loose. Why? Because you know when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked the angels to prostrate to Adam alayhi salam. وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ. All prostrated except Iblis. أَبَى وَاسْتَكْبَرَ وَكَانَ كَافِرِينَ. So do you know when the angel was prostrating Adam alayhi salam was, you know, in Jannah, the angels were prostrating Iblis, he stood like this. Okay, so to avoid this resemblance with the shaitan, it is makruh tahrimi to be in that state in namaz. To move your head from one side to another is makruh tahrimi, even if it's a small movement. You mistake gila. Okay? If you do not move your head but just your eyes, and is without reason, that it is makruh tanzihi, a slight reduction in your reward. Now, to pray salah while someone is sat in front of you, facing you, is makruh tahrimi. Okay, for example, praying, Umar is facing me, so if someone is in front of me, facing me, I cannot pray namaz like that. My namaz becomes makruh tahrimi. Okay, face to face. To cough without reason or to yawn without reason is makruh tahrimi. Oh, hafta jali ko yaar. Bo alaygi. Okay? Or any indication. Okay, so cough without any reason is again makruh tahrimi.
Why is it just coming from your throat?
That's different. To look up towards the sky is also makruh tahrimi. Do you know, especially people when they go Umrah or Hajj, when they pray namaz, but they look up, it's open and they can see the sky. Pray namaz, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin ar-rahman ar-rahim maliki yawmiddin. Okay? Still, you should face, should be down. Okay?
The face should be towards the Qibla.
Qibla. To pray salah in a non-Muslim's place of worship, temple, church, synagogue is makruh tahrimi.
Because then if you're in the church, the Christians are there.
For men to lay their arms flat when performing sajda, as I told you, your elbows, your forearms should not be touching the ground. You should be upright. Yes. It's makruh tahrimi if you were to let your elbows touch the ground. Okay, United fans. Maybe Liverpool as well.
Yeah.
To wear a piece of clothing with a picture on it of a living being
What if it's not?
will make the salah makruh tahrimi. To wear such clothes outside salah is also not allowed. Okay, you should abstain from wearing such piece of
What happens if it's like
covered.
okay and it's covered with the drip?
Yeah, that's fine. If it's covered, then that's fine. After, if a photograph is over the head or hanging on the wall or is where you're performing a sajda, then salah becomes makruh tahrimi. So if you've got your wedding photographs or graduation photographs or your birthday photographs in your room, okay, you're not allowed to pray salah in those places. It's makruh tahrimi.
Wait, someone is like
No, living things with eyes. If a photograph is in a position of disrespect, such as on the floor, then there's no harm. Let's say for newspapers, magazines, we have coins, you have notes, it's on the floor. Toys, okay, with photographs, it's on the floor. Then because it's not placed in a high place, due to respect, it's on the floor, the children are going to play with it, then that's fine. However, if a doll is placed on a cupboard, or I want this, in Bolton Towers. Yes? Now it's placed in a high place out of respect then because makruh. If the doll is on the floor, the children are going to play with it, okay, people will walk over it, then that's fine. Okay? Now displaying photos is forbidden. It has been quoted in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that if there is a photo, a picture, or a dog in the house, the angels of mercy do not enter the house. Okay, should abstain from hanging photographs with your broken teeth. Okay, that's it. That's all makruh tahrimi we covered. Any questions?
What if it's like when you're putting something on, yeah, and your buttons are on that side, yeah, what if one just comes off and then you can just
one hand. Yes?
thingy.
It says that photo might have a living being on it. It's okay if it doesn't have eyes.
For example?
A cat without eyes.
A cat without eyes. Wow. Yeah, without eyes. Yeah,
That's okay. But if you have something with eyes,
you should cover it anyway.
what about Tanzih?
Makruh tanzih next week. Next time.
Next week.
Next time. Yes?
Are you allowed trophies?
Are you allowed?
Trophies.
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 Yeah, trophies. Yeah, if it has a picture, then you should avoid. You should not display trophies.
It's just like
Yeah, very good question.
a normal trophy.
Some people, footballers and, for example, they have trophies and they have picture, statue of someone. Okay, then it's makruh tahrim. You should not display such trophies, medals in your houses.